Welcome back to Kentucky Rimfire Hobbies. So what we have sitting in the background right here is what I want to talk about. And that's the Springfield 2020. Kind of bringing this series to a close. We came across this rifle and I bought it used, and I picked it up for a lot less than what you could purchase a new one for, but it already came equipped with a Monstrum 18 power scope. I shot it with the 18 power scope. We done some scope changes. Anyways, I want to give you a rundown of this series. Just a quick run through of what we've done to make this rifle better. And did we make it better? I think so. So when we shot this rifle the first times, we tested Lapua, SK, and Ely. There's two separate videos out there, one with Lapua and SK, one with Ely, which none of those shot well. They were horrible. Upon the first two outings, we noticed that the bullets was getting shaved as they fed into the breech from the magazine. Now these use 1022 magazines, or this is a Springfield magazine. You can see. I do notice that this magazine, the spring tension, is a little lighter than a factory Ruger magazine. So it was shaving bullets. So we started there, single feeding by hand. Then we got online and we found a single round following block made by MDO Designs on eBay. These are 3D printed. Still, the way the bullet ramped out of the magazine, it was shaving. So you'll notice in this series of videos that I single round fed it most of the time, and that was me actually putting the bullet into the breech and sliding it in and then closing the bolt. I couldn't use this, and I couldn't use this unless I wanted a shaved bullet. And we all know what shaved bullets gets us: inaccuracy. So after single round feeding, I got a few decent groups. Again, this is in video. You guys can follow the series and you can see all this. Single round feeding, there was an improvement, but it was not consistent. So we're still chasing a problem or two. I got comment after comment about how I was wasting my money and that I was wasting my time, and that people said they were going to enjoy sitting back and watching me fail at this. I didn't fail. First of all, I got plenty of views off of these videos, and I'm trying to help others that might have the same problems out of this rifle. That was my goal. My goal was to never make this a bench rest rifle. It's advertised as a target rifle. Springfield's accuracy guarantee. Hold on a second, I'll grab the tag and I'll show you. So this is the tag that comes on the gun when you buy it new. and it guarantees a 3-shot group at 50 yards, 1 inch. There you see it. 1 inch, 50 yards, 3 shots. We all know that that's not precision grade. To me, that's not even target grade. I mean, a target rifle, I'd like to be able to squirrel hunt with and shoot a squirrel and know that I'm going to hit that sucker in the head. Minute a squirrel. That's what we call it here in Kentucky. Anyways, after we started single round feeding, there was an improvement, but not good enough. So I slugged the barrel with a lead 22 bullet, pushing it through from the breech to the end of the barrel. When I got to the end of the barrel, the bullet just fell out. No tight spot. This barrel was threaded. You could put a compensator or a flash hider or suppressor or whatever you wanted on it. It was threaded. My guess is that they crowned the barrel first, then they threaded it, and maybe there was some heat in the process and it relieved the crown. I'm not sure. But when you put the slug back in from this end and pushed it back through, about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch back is where the tight spot was. So Justin, my friend that you see in all my videos, you see him on Let's Talk Bench Rest, he's a machinist. I drilled the pin out of the action. I heated the action with the heat gun. There's red Loctite in these. When you drill the pin out, then you heat the action, the red Loctite will start to bubble. You can thread the barrel right out of the action. It's threaded. I was told by several that you couldn't get the barrel off of this action because it was pinned and glued. It's not the case. It's pinned, and you do have to drill the pin, but it has red Loctite on it, and red Loctite will release with heat. Just a simple heat gun will release that red Loctite. So after I got the barrel off, Justin took it and he cut it where I told him to, and he recrowned the barrel. And he done a good job. I'll show you up close here. There is the new barrel. There's the crown. And I shot this gun today, and you can see how it's starred. You can see powder burn around it, star shaped. The crown is working good. Now, after we crowned it, again, there was an improvement. Still not consistent. So, we started off shooting this off a bipod, which loads up the stock. The stock was flimsy. It flexed. So, I took epoxy, this stuff right here, I mixed it up with BBs in it. There's 4 cavities or 5 cavities in this stock that have dividers. I took my Dremel and cut the dividers, and I had a 3/8 inch ratchet extension that was in my grandfather's tools. He had beat on it with a hammer. It was no good for a ratchet extension anymore. It had been battered up. So I cut the ends off of it with a hacksaw, and I cut it to the length that I wanted it in here. I took my Dremel tool, I cut a channel in there so that rod would lay through this stock. Then I mixed up the epoxy and BBs, and I epoxied the rod and the BBs in the stock, which stiffened the stock up, and it also made the gun 10.5 pounds. So after we stiffened the stock, we also took a old 920 1022 barrel, wrapped it in 220 grit sandpaper, and we sanded the barrel channel to where the barrel is completely free floated. Not a chance that it's going to touch anywhere. I cleaned the barrel channel up. It's got plenty of room all throughout the barrel. So we took it back out after stiffening the stock and opening up the barrel channel, and still nothing changed. It still shot a lot better than what it did from the factory, but still there was room for improvement. So what do we do next? I had a few comments about lapping the barrel. Some people requested that I lap the barrel with valve grinding compound. I did not lap it with valve grinding compound, but I did use JB bore bright. Okay, I put the JB bore bright on a bronze brush wrapped with a patch. That is what came out of the barrel after I polished it. It turns the patch black. So I polished the barrel for a decent amount of time, and then I cleaned the barrel out good with rubbing alcohol and hoppies and push patches through it till it all came out clean. And after that, while I had the gun apart, I lightened the trigger. It's adjustable. I thought I had it turned all the way down. It was pulling at 2.5 pounds. I managed to adjust it on down. I got it down to 1.5 pounds. It's the lowest you can get the factory trigger, 1.5 pounds. And then I got to thinking, how can we get it to feed through the magazine and not have to rely on single round feeding? So I took a cleaning rod. Let me show you what I got here. I got a Tipton cleaning rod. Okay. I took this jag out of the cleaning rod, just like this. Alright, I have a Dremel kit. It's a rotary accessory kit. It's got a bunch of different rotary tools. In that kit, there is a stone that's shaped like a cone. That's it, right there. Okay, I put that down in here, and I took medical tape, like they tape your bandage on after they draw blood with, and I taped this into this rod to where it turned true to my eye. Then I stuck this in from the back end with the bolt removed up into the chamber, and you can see the line on this. You can see where it's sunk up to. Okay, I just turned this by hand, just like this, just enough to deburr that breech. Okay, after the breech was deburred, we went back to the range today. Now, before I show you the results of today, let me go backwards just a little bit. You'll see in the videos, my first shots out of this rifle was with an 18 power Monstrum scope. Decent scope. but not enough power to shoot groups at 50 yards. I just can't see enough. Well, then we switched it out, went to a Vector Optics 10 to 40, which I can see perfect out of. But the Vector Optics ended up on my CZ 455. I didn't want to take it back off the 455, but I had this 6 to 24 Crossfire 2. So this is the last configuration that we ended up with. It's a Crossfire 2, 6 to 24. And we're shooting with the magazine, no longer single round feeding. And I did feed around into the chamber, and I extracted it before I fired it to assess it. It's no longer shaving bullets after I deburred that breech with that stone. Now, all this you can do at your own risk. But keep in mind, everything that I've done so far that I'm telling you about cost me nothing. Just spend a little time. I already had the bore bright. I already had the jag, the cleaning rod. Justin's a machinist. He's my best friend. He does all my machining work. He's never charged me anything, thank God. I'm blessed to have a friend like that. Anytime I need something done, he does it, and he don't charge me. But he's also a dear friend of mine. Now, today, we went to the range after this final attempt, because I had it in my mind. I'll show you something. I had it in my mind that if this barrel wouldn't come together, I was going to take this 24-inch Green Mountain that's made for a 1022. I was going to cut it off here, just past the V groove here for the V block. I was going to have this barrel cut off and rethreaded, just like this barrel, and rechambered. And we were going to have a Green Mountain barrel on a Springfield 2020. But we're not going to go that far, because I'm going to show you the results today. And I'm very excited about these results. And it repeated over and over. Now, is it a bench rest rifle? No. But is it a rifle that I can pull out and shoot challenge targets with? Absolutely. Now, we started off with SK semi-auto. First shots, .472. I started off shooting here and it was opening up. I shot 3 shots and I quit. Wasn't good enough. Then I switched to Norma Match. Norma Match. Shot a .391 and a .585, and this is a 10-shot group. This is a 5-shot, this is a 10-shot. Then we switched to RWS Rifle Match. RWS Rifle Match shot a .630 and a .355. Now, after that, we switched to SK Pistol Match. SK Pistol Match shot a .485 and a .591. Still wasn't satisfied. Then we switched over to Ely Match, and this is 1079. The 1079 started off shooting a .336, a .332, and a .289. Now tell me that's not consistency. Then I had another lot of Ely Match, which was 1067, and I shot a few rounds of that, 5 of them to be exact, and it opened back up to a .680. So my ammo of choice for this rifle is 1079 Ely match. I will take .3s and .2s all day long out of this rifle. It can be done. You have to spend time with your rifle. Now, after I shot those groups, I went back to the 1079. This started off with a cold bore. I thought it was time to shoot a challenge target. So we shot Lead Fever T1X's Drain the Container Challenge. Started off cold bore. We were high, right up here. Then it came together. 5 shots. There's where our last 3 was. So we went to shooting. Okay, we dropped 1 tomato soup can. Hit the rest. We hit the bonus. It does plug the bottom of the cup. And we hit all the jars. So we dropped 10 points. A possible 120. We shot a 110 with the Springfield 2020 Ely match 1079. Guys, that's where I'm going to stop with this rifle. I don't see the need to rebarrel it. As I said earlier, I'm not trying to make a bench rest rifle. I was just trying to make it shoot better. I know there's a lot of people out there that have these rifles that were dissatisfied with them. Some people took them and got rid of them and made them somebody else's problem. But I can't do that. If I get a problem rifle, I either have to fix it or it's mine to keep, because I won't pass it on to somebody else if I know it's not a good rifle. So I said in one of my very first videos, this is mine and it will stay here. I will not pass it on to somebody else to be somebody else's problem. I was bound and determined to make it shoot, and I feel like we did. I hope you all enjoyed this series about the Springfield 2020. You will see it again from time to time shooting challenge targets in this configuration, but I've decided I'm not going to rebarrel it. I'm going to continue to shoot it with this barrel until it fails me and I just have to do something different. But as of right now, this gun shoots Ely match 1079. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. And if you own one of these rifles, don't be afraid to experiment with it. Send me an email. Reach out to me. I'll be glad to go over with you what I've done to it. I am no gunsmith. I'm just a man that loves guns. It's my hobby. I love to tinker with them. I will not do things to your rifle for you. I will do it to my own. That way if it messes up, it's on me. So like I said, I'm not a gunsmith, but I will tinker with my own. And in this case, I made improvements. I made large improvements with this rifle. So you guys have a blessed day, and thank you for watching. And please continue to watch, because next time we find another problem rifle, we'll probably buy it too, because that's what I like to do. The Ruger RPR, it got me a lot of views because people hate them. They think they're junk. I had 2 of them. They shot good. I tinkered around with them. I got them shooting good. You have to spend time with these rifles to get them where you want them. And you can't give up. Again, this is not a $4,000 custom built rifle. It will never be a $4,000 custom built rifle. It will not stack up to a $4,000 custom built rifle. It is a 400 beans off the shelf, brand new target rifle. But if you buy one, be prepared to tinker with it. I know you shouldn't have to, Springfield should have spent the time on this barrel and got it right from the get-go, but they didn't. This barrel's made in Turkey. Quality control was just not there. So, anyways, you guys have a blessed day. We'll see you on the next one. This is Kentucky Rimfire, and I'm signing out.